Hi friends, I'm Ramesh Sharma here. So today in this video we are going to learn about static function and static variables. So the static variables are that which are initialized one time, and after that they are not initialized. We can increment or decrement that variable, or we cannot change that variable without a static function. So that is no without a static function or a function, so that is known as a static variable. So let us see the static variable. So in the previous video we saw about this function here, abstract class and abstract function here, and I also told you the how to pass the parameter in a function and its strict classes here. So strict classes here. So if you are writing like this, this function name or a function name and this colon, and after that the name integers or string, which value you want to pass. If you are passing a string value in this variable, so it will give us the error. If you are passing integer value in this variable, so it will give us the it will give us no error. So this is a virtual function here. So I am removing now inherited class here, and I am removing also this function here. So we will create a static function here. So basically what is a static function? So the static function is that function so which we can only just make things. We want to make things common here, and we want to initialize that thing one time, and we can increment and decrement it. Like there are views here, views. So in the views we are equal to views are equal to 0. So after clicking on the button here, after clicking on the video, the views will be incremented. So it incremented, it never initialized. So to make a static function, simply write here static keyword. So why we need static function here? So like in the variables, see that these all are variables here. So first of all, let's do this. I'm removing this static here. This is a variable here, and here is our dollar sign country, dollar sign count. Let's make it as dollar sign counts, and after calling a function, see that this is dollar sign this country, meaning this is a variable. This dollar sign this country represent to this variable here. So dollar sign this means this country variable is under this class here. So we don't need abstract class here. So here dollar sign this represent the current class. So we will initialize this. See that this is here is uninitialized, and here we will initialize. So here let me protect it, okay, and this country is equals to dollar sign count. So we will pass the variable here. So I am copying this. First of all, let's create our object here. So object from first class here, this will be our object here. So we will not echo this. Now copy this and paste this. So let's create one function more, public, and that public function will be country initialize, and it will be dollar sign count also. Okay, after that this will return this function here. Copy this, dollar sign this dollar sign this represent means this class. Then we will call this function and pass the parameter as country India. Save this, and this parameter will also dollar sign count, and this dollar sign count parameter will come through our this. Copy this, will come through here. Here will be our India. So when we will echo this, so and we will go to this, we will reload this. Sorry, second object uninitialized. This is just object here. Paste it, save it, and now let's see. See that undefined variable count in line 10. So there is a no variable like count. This is because of this. So when I will reload this, see that we are getting nothing, because we are just returning a function here. We are not copying this function here. So this is initializing this here. So to print this, we will return dollar sign this country here. So we will return this variable here. So when I will reload this, see that we are getting India. So now what is happening here? See that here is a class that is first class name and protected here. So protected is a SAS modifier that will show that variable only within a inherited class or this class here. It will not show to the public here, that is index.php. So here this variable is not initialized. So we created a protector function. So for the for to not visible, to make it protected here for the security, and that is country print here, and we pass the parameter as a variable here, and this function, and under this function we see that this parameter is initializing this country value here. So the parameter, what will be the parameter value that will copy to this country variable here. So as dollar sign, this represent this current class, and dollar sign country is a variable name. So this is, so it will initialize this, and we create a public function here, so we can use this function to index.php, and that is country initialize, and we pass this variable count, and after that we call this function here. As I told you that in the as the protected SAS modifier, we can initialize, we can call that function within a class or within a inherited class. So this is here, and we pass this argument. So after that we return this variable here. So this function will return this variable. So after that there is index.php, and we get a new object of first class here, and first of all we have to include this class here, and after that we call this property here, see that, and we pass the variable that is India here. We pass the argument India value here. So here this India will copy to this, and as this is dollar sign count, this called dollar sign count, we pass this here. So India will copy to this also, same as this also, because we call this function here, this function we called here. So this will India will here, and India will copy to our country here, because we have initialized our country here. So after that this function will return our country. So so now we got the India here. See that, sorry, tax editor open. See that this is our India. So now why we need our static function? See that now there can be many variables. See that we have to pass function here, like we have NEEN login system, so we need to pass variables from our index file here. So we have to make the function as null here. So as we not initialize the function, so all work will be dynamic here. So like somewhere there is a chance, somewhere there is chance like views etc, views age, so that will be same here, we cannot change. So for that there is a static function, static variable here. Here is static variable. So how to define a static variable? So simply write static keyword and static protected dollar sign, let's say that age, dollar sign age is equals to 18. Okay, so let's return this. So instead of country, let's see that country here, so we can change country also here. So see that country is India here, so I am just leaving this. So I will change India to USA. See that India to USA here. So whenever we reload this, see that it is changing dynamically. Now USA is here. So let's leave it to India. So now I will return this variable age here. Dollar sign this age. Dollar sign this age. So let's country here, and here let's create public function age. Let's age here, and we will return this dollar sign this age. So I am copying this, copy this and paste it here without any arguments. Reload this. So when I will do this, see that we are getting one error here. Assessing static property. First call dollar sign age as non-static property. So see that we did as static, we did static keyword here, so it is a static function here. So we cannot call this as like this, dollar sign this slash age. So we can call as this here, dollar sign age. Whenever we reload this, see that undefined variable age here, because it is protected here. So let me check self. Let's reload this. See that. So one method is like this. Simply write self here. Self means itself. Like you say myself, itself. So like that. So it will print itself here. So like that you can return this value, or you can create a static function here. You can create a static public function, and here simply write dollar sign age here. So when I will reload this, dollar sign this age here. So when I will reload this, so we have to write simply dollar self age here. So see that this is a static function here, so we cannot print a static function here. So here we are simply returning dollar sign this age here, self age, self dollar sign age. This was an error here. See that we are getting error. So there are two methods here. Either you can write simply return self age here, or you can simply return you can simply do in a static function here. See that dollar sign age is also giving the error. So there is a method dollar sign self. Self means itself, it is returning the value here. So now let's see if there is not a static function here. So I am self age is equals to 15, 18 to 15. Let's do it. So I am initializing it again. So whenever we reload this, see that we are getting 15 here. So in function we can do like this. So when we will do this static function, see that when I will increment this self age and plus plus, see that we can increment it. Now it is getting a 19 here, 19 here. So when I will again call this, copy this and paste this. So when I will again call this, see that what will it give? It will give us 20, because value is not initialized. Value is not initialized. So this is a benefit of a static function. So it will not initialize it again. See that we created another object here copy paste this. So let's create second object and let's call this. So what will it give? See that. Now there is our second object here. See that we are also getting 20 now also. So this is a benefit of static function. So it will common to all the objects here. So it will common to all the objects and it will not initialize again and again. We can increment and decrement it. Value will be increment and value will be decrement. So this is a benefit. So we can use it for the edges, views and many more. So for today this is enough. This is just a static function and variable. So in the next video I will tell you the constructor and destructor, and after that we will see how to connect database. So at last, thanks for watching, and after that we will also see the interfaces. So how we can define our own rule, like in the abstract we defined our rule here, but there are interfaces, so we can define a rule for every class here. So at last, thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and like and share this video. At last, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you have any doubt, then please comment in the comment section. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.